Video games. We have tackled this question in a previous video when I mentioned the brain fog. Why is it important to talk about them once again? And is it important for us to play video games actually? In my personal opinion, that's something that we as an adults have forgotten to do. And this is the part where we can just let our creativity go. We can spend a good amount of time, in a bad way of course as well, but we can spend some time even just getting into the world of online video gaming, retro video gaming, which I am totally for, and just doing things with friends online, like loosen up. Is it actually good for us? First of all, yes. And there have been numerous studies that conducted in the world of neuroscience and neuroplasticity that found out that our brain itself in a gray matter develops by playing some video games. Not specifically, I'm talking about the shooters and racing games, but more for logical, strategical games and those that develop your creativity, which is beneficial for us. A second thing that we should notice, that the video games teach us some sort of skills. And no doubt that you're not going to be a professional racer once you finish Gran Turismo 7 or whatever is the new one now, but you definitely will understand some sort of little mechanics. And I do have an experience of my own when I practice driving in the game, understanding the idea of being cautious. And I did have one of the students of mine who actually told me this fascinating story that he learned reversing with the tow track by playing this video game, because he could understand what does he do with the truck itself and how does it function, which is by itself a very, very cool idea. Perhaps you would feel overwhelmed with the modern gaming because it's too fast-paced. It has too complicated mechanics and it's just not your cup of tea. I don't blame you. Why don't you go back to the retro gaming and use the old consoles so you can put the emulators on your computer and just, give it a go. You would have so much fun just doing that and enjoying the retro stuff, which never changes, and it's a classic. If you feel not convinced with the video gaming, think of this. The German website game.de provided the interesting statistics of recent years, where they found out that more than 41 million of people playing video games, which is by itself amazing. So quite a big proportion, more than 50% of population spending their time in online world. And it's not a taboo. It's not being looked down at. It's actually quite welcomed, and people feel comfortable talking and doing this. So basically, 6 out of 10 people would play video games. I mean, there is no problem in doing this. You can have an evening where you just detach from the world and let it go. Give it a try. Let yourself rest with a little bit of virtual reality. Create an avatar of your own or whatever you want to be in that game. Let it roll. Forget about this world for a second. Enjoy the moments, but be careful with the time. You have to be responsible with how much time you spend in the video games. Limited, half an hour on a phone, on a PlayStation, doesn't matter what you're into. Fine, why not? But if you start spending daily 4 to 5 hours, even more than 2 hours, might be a problem. You have to check up on this. You have to be careful and you have to stay alerted with your time spent online.